2020, RGE businesses all adopted what we call the 2030 Sustainability Agenda, which spans commitments and targets across climate, nature, advancing inclusive progress for the communities, and also enabling the businesses to grow while keeping to these commitments. In the last 5 years, our focus has been really on implementing these commitments and targets. And at this midpoint, we are conducting a strategic review of some of these commitments to measure progress, to see target at risks, and at the same time also to still address some of the challenges. What we're really realizing is that while we are progressing on decarbonizing our operations and keeping to some of the targets related to the environment, we now need to balance this with a social focus. So now we need to come up with the strategic initiatives that would really deliver on alleviating poverty in the areas where we operate, coming up with empowerment initiatives for the communities, bridging the gender gap, and this does not just refer to women in employment, but also women in management, but more importantly, women's participation in our community development initiatives. So we see climate action both as an urgency and as an imperative. We know we need to drastically reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. We know we need to invest more in nature-based solutions if we are to keep global warming to the 1.5 degrees global target that the global community has actually committed to. So as a business, some of the ways that we're doing this is, of course, we're increasing the share of renewable energy in our energy balance. At the same time, we're investing more in nature-based solutions because we know a third of what would actually address global warming is going to come up from forest conservation. So we are now responsible for 500,000 hectares of conservation areas, both in Indonesia and Brazil, and we want to continue to increase more our conservation impact. So we see sustainability as a collective endeavor. There's no single bullet solution, and we find platforms such as the Bloomberg Sustainable Business Summit here in Singapore as a very good platform for actually hearing of what other companies on a shared path are doing right now, what solutions are being tried, what lessons are being learned, because it's very important to learn from each other. At the same time, I think it's also important to amplify the voice that's coming from our part of the world, from the region, in global conversations on sustainability. And participating in platforms such as this enables us to actually then participate in that conversation and deliver in developing economy context to the discussion on sustainability.